And we are live. Welcome, mystery and thriller fans. I'm your on-air host and author, Sara DiVello, and I am so excited to welcome back author Karen Winn the night before her launch, here to give us the inside scoop on her brand new book, The Society, out tomorrow. Karen, welcome back to Mystery and Thriller Mavens. Tell us about this book.
Hi, Sarah. Thank you so much for having me.
Yay!
So The Society is my book. It's a suspenseful, twisty tale of two women whose lives become darkly intertwined with a secret society in the heart of Boston. One is a glamorous antique dealer chasing a rumored family fortune tied to the society, who then vanishes without a trace. And the other is a young nurse who then follows a thin trail into the society itself. And both women will soon discover that more so than money or status, secrets are the society's true currency.
Ooh, well, I am so excited to speak with you again because I have so many questions, but I didn't even know there were secret societies before I went to your special media sneak peek event. So I am so excited to learn more, to hear about your writing process, and to answer everyone's most pressing questions. So first, I just want to welcome everyone because we are broadcasting live to 9 different destinations across Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So mystery and thriller loving friends, no matter where you're watching from, you're in the right place. This is the right time. It is Mystery Monday. And because Mondays can be murder, we're going to make it a little less painful and get your week off to a killer start. So if you've been here with me before, you know the drill. And if you're new, welcome, friends. Here's the drill. Every Monday, I give you my handpicked featured authors, and you get to ask them anything. So ask Karen. Oh, thanks for all the hearts on Facebook, you guys. The bouquets of hearts make me so happy. And you get to ask them anything. So ask Karen about her writing process. Ask her about the secret club. Ask her about the Winn. Ask her about these voices. Oh my God, so much to ask. Let's dive right in. Randy is joining us from YouTube. He says, "Hi, Sarah." Hi, Randy. So good to see you. You got a new profile picture there, I see. Renee is joining us from Southeast Florida via Facebook. Hey, Renee, how are you? Robin is joining us from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Robin, welcome back. So good to see you. Everybody saying hi. Anissa Joy's in the house, my favorite librarian in the whole wide world. She is bookish. Anissa Bookish Joy, a fabulous bookstagrammer. Great eye for books. Anissa, welcome. She says, "Hello, Karen and Sarah. I'm so excited to win this book."
Thank you.
Renee says, "Yay." Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, we have questions already popping in. So let's jump right in. Karen, do you hear voices in your head?
Possibly.
Tell us about these. As an author, I think what Renee, I think Renee's joking, but I think she really is asking, do your characters speak to you?
They do. I really, when I'm writing, and I'm sure Sarah, you can relate to this, I get lost in my books and in my world, and I'm constantly thinking about my characters. Even when I'm not writing, I feel like the book is sort of writing itself because the characters continue and the ideas continue to percolate and deepen. And yeah, I sort of feel like I have one foot when I'm in the hardcore process of writing and that sort of magical moment of, you know, where you're totally immersed. I feel like I have one foot in the real world and then one foot in this world in my head. So yes, I do hear voices.
But the particular voices of these characters, Renee is saying that is what she meant. The particular voices. So I don't think it's a spoiler to say that this book actually opens with the voice of the Knox, which is a very unexpected voice. So first of all, Karen, do you hear the actual voices of Taylor, of the Knox? Do you hear their physical voices, or do you just sort of feel it and write it? Like, do they talk to you is what Renee is saying.
Yeah, I mean,
Karen's a nurse, so she's like, she's thinking to herself, do I say yes and check myself into MGH right after this?
yeah, I mean, I think I more channel them, I would say. Yeah,
Ooh,
channel their energy, channel
okay.
them.
And I have a follow-up question to
Yeah.
Renee's about the voices. So I was so intrigued when you opened with the Knox. Tell us about that choice. Tell us about that voice. Tell us who the Knox is.
So the Knox is, so the Knox Secret Society, it's this, as I mentioned, in the heart of Boston, the Secret Society. It was formed in the 1800s by these wealthy Brahmin Boston families who made their money in the opium trade. So it was a meeting place, physical meeting place for these families to gather and discuss their dealings, international dealings in the opium trade. So that's the history of the Knox. It's fictional, of course, but that's the history.
The Knox is fictional, but Boston's tie to the opium trade is not fictional. Karen,
Correct.
I almost fell off my chair at your pre-launch event when I learned that, because Boston is, we think pilgrims, we think the Mayflower. Or, I mean, I think pilgrims, I think the Mayflower. Opium trade, put a pin in it. What the heck are you talking about?
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, my husband's from Boston, and he had no idea. And I think you probably went home and Googled, as did a lot of people after that October event. And it's true. I mean, my husband's like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "I swear, look it up." It's wild. And how I got the idea is I write at this library, this beautiful private library called the Boston Athenaeum, and they have these tours there. And one day I took a tour, and when we passed by this oil portrait of this man named Thomas Perkins, who was a major benefactor in the 1800s to the library, the docent alluded to this dark history as to how he had amassed a large portion of his fortune. It was in the opium trade. My creative wheels began turning, and then I did a lot of research, and I soon realized that a lot of these wealthy families in the 1800s, that's how they made their money. And I think it's fair to say that actually Boston would not be the city it is today were it not for how these families profited during the opium trade.
Karen, I literally almost fell off my chair. I did not know that. I had no idea this was the first I heard of it. Anissa Joy is saying she loves the cover. Karen, I love the cover too. Anissa, how stunning is this cover? It's so beautiful. The gold knocker, this deep, lovely turquoise, the old door. And Anissa, our favorite librarian, wants to know, was this your first title choice? And was this your first cover option for the book? And I'm going to hold it up so everyone can feast their eyes on this lovely book.
No and no.
Tell us every tiny detail.
Sure. So the book was originally called The Knox. And, again, that's the Secret Society. And I didn't really answer your question about the point of view, so I can go back to that later. But and so I thought it was going to be The Knox, but the publisher thought that the society sounded a little more enticing, a little more marketable, a little sexier, which I totally get. So hence the society. And then in terms of the cover art, we had another design, and then had to pivot for various reasons. So
which was not a door, presumably.
It was a door, but it was a different kind of knocker. And then
listen, we're particular about our knockers and our doors here. I'm not kidding you guys. I actually have a secret collection of beautiful door photographs. And when I see a beautiful door, like a historical, like a beautiful, old looking door, I take pictures of it. And I have this vision of someday printing all my door photos and doing like a thing down the hall or whatever. I don't know.
Coffee
I love
table
doors.
book, even, right? A coffee table book of Boston door knockers, right?
Oh, thanks for all the hearts, you guys. Oh my God. Anissa loves it. I love it. I know. It's so great. Okay. Robin is saying it's okay to have voices in our head. I narrate for the dog and cats in our home. I do that too, Robin. And sometimes for the birds and squirrels in the backyard too. I love that. I do that too.
I actually talk to myself when I write, which is very, like, as I'm writing, I'm like,
me too.
It's out loud. Oh, you do?
Yeah. I have to
catch myself if I'm writing near people. I'm like, oh my God, they must think I'm.
I know. And I've gotten like weirder during the pandemic where now I narrate my day. I'm like, and now I'm doing I'm like, oh my God, am I going to be one of those people that people are like, I'm totally that person. Linda, welcome to the conversation, saying she loves the cover too. She says, looks great. Renee says it looks mysterious. It looks very mysterious. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's this smoky mysteriousness here at the bottom. And also just a closed door with such an ornate gold knocker. Very mysterious. You know that secrets abound in there. Okay. Renee wants to know, what research did you do? I want to know too,
Ah,
because you saw this oil painting, you learned about Boston's secret opium trade routes.
yep.
Then what?
Then what? So because the book is set in Beacon Hill, I really um,
And
had to
tell
be.
people what that is, because
Oh, sure. So
we're
Yeah,
nationwide here.
so Beacon Hill is this beautiful old charming neighborhood of Boston. Think cobblestone streets, gaslit lamps, red brick buildings, just like it oozes charm. It's like picturesque, picturesque postcard Boston old streets. And and that's my neighborhood. That's literally like when I walk my dog, when I leave in the morning, despite this wallpaper. I live in I don't live in Florida like whoever is here. I do love warm weather though, which is why I had to put
But
that.
we love Florida. We have some folks
We
here.
love
Renee's in Florida. We love
I,
our
I love
Floridians.
Florida, which is why I have wallpaper that makes me feel warm inside, even though I live in cold Boston. So but I always have to say it's funny that I have like the mismatch between Boston and this wallpaper. So but walking these streets every day, like that was part of my research. I just sort of breathed in this atmospheric place that just oozes history and mystery, and each building is different and quirky and old, and like you there really is this sort of palpable sense of of centuries worth of stories there, I think, in the streets.
And Beacon Hill, I think, is the oldest neighborhood in Boston, if I'm not mistaken. And so the oil painting guy whose
Yep.
family made their fortune from
Yeah.
opium, which we now
Yeah.
know was a big part of Boston's history. Again, could have knocked me over with a feather. So then was that a Beacon Hill family? And then you started researching Beacon Hill, or
Yeah.
how did you research this opium thing and the
Yeah.
rest of it?
Yeah. I mean, that's a good question. I'm actually not sure if he lived in Beacon Hill, Boston, right? This area, right? Actually, the original Boston Athenaeum in like downtown crossing maybe was his house, I think, that he donated. So it's all in this area. Boston's very small, like you could walk from one end to the next very quickly. Yeah, so I did research. I went to there's this place called the Forbes House, which is the Forbes family was another big opium family. So they have a museum in Milton, Massachusetts. I went there. They had previously had an opium exhibit. Unfortunately, it was done by the time I made the rounds there, but they connected me to the docent who had led that tour, so I was able to talk to her. I went to the Harvard Arts Museum because they had a tour on exhibit on opium. So I just sort of learned about these families, and again, it was mind boggling. And then and so my Knox family member is fictional, right? But he was in one of the people that joined essentially. So yeah.
And I have an embarrassing question.
Mhm.
What is opium? I know it's like
Sure.
it's an ancient
Yeah.
drug. It's from the
Yeah.
poppy flower or something, but like what
Exactly.
is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a form of a poppy flower. Exactly.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that could grow in the cold climate like of Boston.
Oh, it doesn't grow in Boston. It grows in like Southeast Asia. So what these Boston families did was
Oh,
um they actually they actually they sailed their merchant ships to Turkey, bought the opium, raw opium there, and then went to China, where it was actually legal at the time. So there are these ports like in the water, like off the coast. And that is where they traded the opium illegally. Basically, they were drug smugglers. And then they traded it for money. They traded it for Chinese wares, silks, goods, and then they brought these back to the United States.
oh, I thought you were saying there were like these opium poppy fields. Okay, so there were no actual the opium is not from
No,
Boston. It's that the
yeah,
opium grew in Turkey. So these guys would sail from Boston to Turkey. So the only thing they happened to do was be in Boston with their boats, their ships. They'd
yeah,
sail their boat over to Turkey, get the opium,
yeah,
sail it to China,
yep,
sell and trade it, then
yep,
bring the money home.
Exactly.
Weird. Okay. Oh my God. This just gets curiouser and curiouser.
Yeah.
Okay. Robin is saying, how can you not love a quality antique journal? Oh my gosh, I know. They're just absolutely so beautiful. Okay,
Yes.
so Karen, I also learned from your launch that I didn't know that there was a thing of I didn't know that there were secret societies, like that was a real thing. I thought Da Vinci Code, Gloria Day, I thought it was all imaginary, but you were telling me actually there are, and there's a famous one at Yale. Well, what is the history of secret societies, and have you
Yeah.
ever been in one?
Yeah. So, secret societies in Boston. I mean, there's actually a few of them, and I mentioned a couple in my book.
So those
One,
are real.
yeah, that are real.
I
And
didn't know that was a real thing. Okay. I'm
one
learning
was,
more.
yes, well, one. Are you talking about the Harvard one, the
Uh,
grave digger one?
be careful. We don't want to do any
Yeah, yeah,
spoilers,
yeah,
but tell us about, would you, oh yes, exactly. Renee's also wondering. So how did you uncover the secret societies? Because if they're secret, like, are,
yeah.
are you, are you
People
in them, Karen?
Yeah. No, I did.
You are?
I have a lot of books here that I ended up reading about secret societies.
Are
So
you in a secret society, Karen? Or you couldn't
I
tell us, I guess.
I can't tell you. No, I was in when I was in college at UPenn. I was in a secret society.
So wait, so how do you, okay, so to Renee's point, how do you uncover them if they're secret? You just are sitting there having your breakfast and someone's like, psst.
Sort of tapped on the shoulder. No,
Is that what it was?
no. Honestly, the one I was in at college was more like it was like a non-Greek sorority essentially. It's known as a secret society, but we basically were a sorority. We just were not Greek. So yeah.
So how did you uncover these secret ones, both which I thought were fictional, but now I'm learning from you are real? How did you hear about them if they're secret? Like how did you uncover them?
Yeah, just Google. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So there was no opium one. That I
I
knew.
mean, we
Yeah.
don't know.
But right? Yeah, maybe there was. But yeah, I think Google books, word of mouth, right?
Oh my God, this is
Yeah.
Mary, welcome to the conversation, joining us from YouTube. She wants to know, did you try to infiltrate a secret society while writing this? I'm wondering too, Mary. We need
Yeah.
to know.
Yeah. Um, well, I did go to a neighbor of mine belongs to a secret society in Beacon Hill, so she did take me to there for like drinks one night. So that was super fun, the Somerset Club, and I was very curious about it. So it was really neat to see. So I got a little bit of an inside glimpse of a real life, present day secret society.
Oh my God, I've never been. Okay.
Cool.
Linda, welcome to the conversation, saying you haven't heard of many secret societies because there are plenty of secret keepers. Good point, Linda.
Yes.
Good point. It makes me think Linda's in a secret society. I mean, Linda, are you in one? We need to know. Robin says, Sarah, FQ1, my favorite question, number one, please ask Karen. I like that. We have a new code now, FQ1. What is her favorite treasure on her bookcase behind her? Oh my God, I love that question. What's your favorite treasure?
I have to say, I'm going to pick this one, which I just got. My dear friend Namrata Patel, who's also an author, who let me give a shout out.
Is that a timekeeper?
He just wrote this book, Your Next Life is. It's a timekeeper, and she got it for me as like a book / birthday gift. It was just my birthday, and it's just
Happy
she's
birthday.
like thank you. She's like, I feel like this would be in the Knox Society, and I just think it's the coolest thing. And I'm gonna bring. She's actually my writing partner as well, so we're gonna bring this next time we go to the Athenaeum to write, and we're gonna use it for like some writing sprints.
How long does it keep the time?
I don't know.
Well, it might be less of a sprint and more of a marathon. Looks like that's a long way to go. Could be like, a lengthy time. Oh, oh my gosh, Renee, I'm sorry. I need to give credit where credit is due. FQ1, favorite question number one. That's Renee's very cool code. Ooh, I feel like a secret society would definitely have a secret code. Oh my God, are we a secret society? Is this the Maven Secret Society? And FQ1 is our first code word, thanks to Renee. Ooh, Robin saying, if I remember correctly, the Masons. Yes, the Masons. They were the ones from. Yes, exactly.
The Freemasons. Yep.
That's
Freemasons.
right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And I right Skull and Bones at Yale. I read about that. It is interesting.
I don't know. Yeah. Wow.
And then Lee Bardugo wrote Ninth House, which was sort of her take on secret societies at Yale. Have you read that?
No, I've never even heard of it.
Okay.
Oh
so that it was a fantasy about basically some magical secret societies at Yale. But I think she was inspired probably, I mean, I don't know, but I would think by Skull and Bones, which is the famous one.
Oh my gosh. Happy birthday. When was your birthday?
Thank you. It was last week.
Yay. Yeah. Well, birthday followed by birthday. You've got a lot to celebrate, Karen.
And I was born on a Friday the 13th.
Well, yeah. Yeah. That's a lot. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh yeah. Robin has heard of the Skull and Crossbones. Okay, perfect. Oh, Skull and Crossbones is the name of the society.
Okay. Yep. Yeah.
Okay. I did not know. Thank you, Robin. Okay. Karen, I want to pause here and just remind everyone that the book is not even out yet. Karen is coming on to give us the exclusive sneak peek and take your most pressing questions live. And you can pre-order the book from our favorite woman-owned independent bookstore. That is, of course, Murder by the Book. So whether you're watching with us on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, here is the link where you can pre-order The Society and get your mitts on this world of secret societies, and let us know what you think. So here's that link, pre-order, and the good folks at Murder by the Book will send this to you tomorrow morning as soon as the book drops. Now, Karen, we had some people submit questions in advance, so let's jump into those. From Amanda, describe your book in 3 words.
Oh, okay. That is a good one. I'm going to say secrets, disappearance, and longing.
Now, Karen, you used to be a nurse.
Yes.
And you have a character who's a nurse.
Is
it safe to assume, well, let me back up. Do you identify with one of your characters more than the others? And is it the nurse?
I actually sort of identify with both of them, but probably more so with the nurse. So Taylor is 25 when she moves to Boston. She's a ER nurse, and I moved to Boston, and she doesn't know anybody. And I moved to Boston in my 20s, and I was an ICU nurse. And I didn't know anyone. Well, I knew my then boyfriend, who's my husband now. But
that worked out well.
I sort of tapped into that that feeling of being an outsider in the city, and then I also tapped into when I was a nurse, particularly a critical care nurse, and you're working with patients, and you don't really know what their life is outside of the hospital, and sort of, especially for critical care patients, because they're often intubated. So just, it's kind of a weird reality, because they don't have a voice at the present moment. So just I would always wonder who they were, beyond being sick. So that's sort of the dynamic that plays out when Taylor and Vivian, because Vivian shows up. So Vivian is hunting down this potential family fortune linked to the Knox Secret Society, and she begins dating this handsome member, Peter Wales, and then she ends up in Taylor's ER with a head injury from a suspicious fall. So that's when they first connect and cross paths. And then Vivian goes missing, and then Taylor winds up at the Knox, essentially looking for Vivian and some other answers to her life.
Looking for answers, indeed. Robin wants to know, Karen, do you keep your RN license current, or have you let that lapse as you segue into the world of authorship?
Yeah, I not only keep it current, I also keep my nurse practitioner license current.
I didn't know you were an NP too. Oh, that's so cool. Another question submitted in advance. If your main character could give your readers a warning before they open this book, what would it be? Great question.
Um, well, on my cover, it says, it says old money, new secrets. Welcome to the Knox. So I think I would say welcome or unwelcome to the Knox.
Ooh, okay, that is chilling. I like that. We're gonna buzz through some more questions that were submitted in advance. Was there ever a moment that was ever a moment while writing the society when the story surprised you or went somewhere you didn't plan? Well, let's back up. Are you a plotter or a pantser?
I was more of a plotter with this book, but I think I'm both. I
Okay.
think it's hard sometimes to know. It's very easy after the fact to, I don't, it's hard. It's because it's all melded together. It's the creative process, right? You're writing, you're plotting, it's congested.
Yeah. Okay, so as a plotter, I think that question is even almost more interesting. Was there ever a moment while writing the society when the story surprised you or went somewhere you didn't plan?
Yes. Well, so the addition of the Knox character, the Knox building, since both women are outsiders to the Knox Secret Society, I realized that I needed an insider perspective.
Uh-huh.
It was a later addition because there are also things that happen from that opium timeline that make a appearance in the present day. And
Mm-hmm.
so I created that character, like if the walls could talk, right? Because he is 200 years old. So he has
Mm.
secrets and stories to tell. So I added that. And then one of the characters' ending surprised me a little bit.
Ooh, interesting. Would it be a spoiler to say which one?
It was Taylor. It didn't surprise me. It just evolved. Like my initial ending for her, I was not happy with. And then
Ooh.
I had to think about who she was as a character. And then I ended up changing her ending.
Renee says she loves that.
Yeah.
Elizabeth, welcome to the conversation. She says, being an ICU nurse before writing, do you think you have a scientific mind or a creative one or half and half? Ooh, let's hear.
I think half and half.
Okay. Okay.
I think there's a lot of what I call closet creatives in the medical world.
Ooh, tell
Yeah.
us more.
I just think I think you're grappling with such huge issues and you know, people at their most vulnerable. And I don't know, I just think that there's a lot to process there. And I think people, so I do find that there are people that need to process that in different ways. So they're doing different creative endeavors.
I want to get to some of the praise. First, I want to talk about Publishers Weekly, and we're almost out of time, but I really just wanted to talk about this because I liked that they used the word sumptuous. Because how great is that? So in Winn's sumptuous and twisty second novel after Our Little World, where Karen came on the first time, two women are drawn into a mysterious secret society in contemporary Boston. The Knox is fascinatingly Baroque, soaked in history and possibly deadly mysticism. For suspense fans, this is a delight. So first of all, congratulations on a rave review.
Thank
And what do you think the secret is? What have you learned from writing your first book to your second book about writing sumptuous books?
I love that. Yeah, no, I think that this was definitely a different, it's still me as a writer, but a definitely different book. This is definitely more suspenseful, sumptuous, edgier. So it was fun to go in that direction.
What do you think the secret is to writing a sumptuous book?
Well, I think having a secret society is
They're just inherently sumptuous.
maybe a little,
Yes.
right? A little, yeah.
I like that. I'll also want to talk about Booklist, saying readers who enjoy novels full of suspense and family secrets will fly through it. We don't have time to go through all of the reviews because there's so many great ones, but I did want to get through 3 of these. And then I just want to remind you guys, the book is not even out yet, and you can pre-order again from our favorite woman-owned independent bookstore, that is Murder by the Book. So whatever channel you're watching us on, here again is that link to pre-order. And the good folks at Murder by the Book, John, McKenna, Sally, and the rest of the team will send it out to you first thing tomorrow morning. Oh, Robin, I will be Googling the history of opium. I will be going down that rabbit hole. And I'm also going to put all of the incredible praise that Karen's book has earned in the comments so that you guys can read it at your leisure. Renee saying happy early pub day. Karen, and Robin saying thanks. You've just added another book to my TBR. Well, I'm so glad that I could add another book to your TBR, Robin. And I hope you all will order from our favorite woman-owned independent bookstore. You guys, that's a wrap for me. Thank you so much for joining me on this Mystery Monday. I hope you got off to a killer start. Don't forget, I am doing a giveaway. I'm buying a copy of Karen's book from our favorite woman-owned independent bookstore, and I will put it in that. I was lucky enough to get invited to Karen's media launch, so I may have snuck out an extra bag. Just kidding. Kathleen gave it to me. And a fabulous sexy mask to go with your books. So that giveaway is live on our Instagram, so Karen's and mine. So enter to win, and I'm drawing the winner tomorrow to celebrate Karen's Pub Day. Okay, you guys, that is a wrap for me. Thank you so much for spending your Mystery Monday with me. I hope your week is off to a killer start, and I will see you guys next Monday. May the days and the pages fly by.
Thank you.